FXRobustix was created for one reason. One MetaTrader backtest is not enough. Most traders run one backtest, see a nice equity curve, and hope the EA will work in the future. But markets change. A robot that looked perfect in one period can fail completely when started today. Our logic is different. We test expert advisors under aggressive, high-risk settings. The goal is simple. Can the EA double the account before it blows the account? For example, we risk a small account and target 100% ROI in around 90 days. If the EA turns $1,000 into $2,000, we can withdraw the original $1,000 and continue with profit only. If it blows, that account is gone. So the question becomes, does this EA double accounts more often than it blows them? That is where FXRobustix is powerful. Instead of running one backtest, it runs many tests across different out-of-sample periods, different start dates, and different market conditions. It quickly shows if the EA is robust, lucky, or too dangerous to trade. We are not looking for a no-loss fantasy robot. We know aggressive trading can blow accounts. We are looking for robots where the winning cycles are strong enough to beat the losing cycles over many tests. In our research, we have found robots that turned $1,000 into $97,000 across aggressive backtest sequences. But we do not trust one result. We use FXRobustix to check if the robot can repeat performance again and again. MetaTrader shows one backtest. FXRobustix shows survival power. Stop trusting one backtest. Test if your EA can really survive changing markets. This is exactly why FXRobustix was developed. This is not one cherry-picked MetaTrader backtest. This is 20 different robustness tests on the same robot across different historical windows, different start dates, and different market conditions. The robot tested here is running on XAUUSDH1 using aggressive settings. And look at the result. Out of 20 tests, this robot hit the target 15 times. It finished profitable in 16 out of 20 windows. Only 2 accounts were blown. And the total combined profit across all windows was over $193,000 profit. The average ROI was almost plus 968%. The best single window reached plus 6,150% ROI. That means one test window alone turned around $1,000 into over $61,000. But here is the important part. This robot was not perfect. It had losing windows. It had drawdown. It even blew accounts. And that is exactly the point. FXRobustix is not built to show fantasy no-loss results. It is built to show the truth. Because in aggressive EA trading, the question is not, can this robot win one backtest? The real question is, can this robot win more often than it destroys accounts? And this report shows the difference between guessing and testing. If you only ran one MetaTrader backtest, you might see one lucky result and think the robot is amazing. Or you might see one bad period and throw away a robot that actually has huge potential. But FXRobustix shows the full picture. It shows how the EA behaves across many different 30-day windows. It shows how often it hits the target. It shows how often it blows. It shows average ROI, drawdown, profit factor, and survival power. This is how you find robots that are actually worth testing further, not by trusting one perfect equity curve, not by hoping, but by running many out-of-sample tests and seeing if the edge repeats. This report is powerful because even after losses and blown accounts, the total result is still massively profitable. That is the logic. Small accounts, aggressive settings, target 100% or more, withdraw profit, repeat. If the robot doubles accounts more often than it blows them, then the math can work. And FXRobustix helps you find exactly those robots. MetaTrader shows you one backtest. FXRobustix shows you the survival power of the strategy.